Ladies and gentlemen, all rise. Court is back in session. This is another exciting episode of The Devil's Due, and I am your co-host, Drew Celestino. With me, as always, is the Wario to my Waluigi, Mr. Carl Duty.
Yeah. Drew, what's going on? It's like things are opposite. Things are mirrored.
Well, I don't have a goatee, but you can just consider me evil good. No, what am I, good or evil Spock? I'm not quite sure. We're doing a mirror universe here, Carl.
Yes, we're doing a mirror universe episode, and folks, that will all make sense as we get on in the episode. But as the good man said, welcome. It is a new episode of The Devil's Due. We are here. And folks, we got company this week.
We have company.
We got company from Parts Unknown, weighing in at
scary place. Oh my God.
Svelte 150 pounds, Mr. J. Gelsomino. Gelsomino.
Hi.
150. This is junior
I'll take
high?
it.
I don't know.
It's about 100 pounds off, but I appreciate it, Carl.
Both of you being connoisseurs of in-ring activities, did either one of you know why sometimes they would repeat the last name in an introduction?
That's a boxing thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. They haven't done that in forever?
Yeah, basically. Howard Finkel's my frame of reference.
Forever.
And he's dying, so I mean, that's going to go away soon.
Really. Well, allegedly had a stroke, and he's in poor health.
Well, at least WWE's probably taking care of him.
You're adorable.
All right, folks, let us stand on opening statements. Drew, sir, how was your week?
It's good. Pardon me.
As you chew.
How's the spaghetti, sir?
It's fine. Thank you. I'm sorry. We're kind of, a lot of things happened at once here, and I was eating while I was setting up while you guys got here, and then it's like, okay, we'll go. Okay, I'll finish eating. The week has been lovely.
Cool.
Let's take a quick step back, shall we? So,
get back in time.
Yes. We did not have our traditional game night. You had a game night of your own.
Yes. My church had their quarterly game night. Alan came out for it. It was a lot of fun. We played Ninja Squad, got a full playthrough of that.
Nice.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's cool. The guys will dig it.
As provided we're not all exhausted by the time we get started. Yeah, that'd be
Yes.
great. We had a little impromptu mini thing here. Nothing too heavy. Introduced some people to some newbies into the gaming world.
Excellent.
Some of Jen's friends, and we got exposed them to King of Tokyo, which
yes.
the newbies won, which always helps.
Yes.
In indoctrinating the new people. When they win the game, they have a lot more fun.
Yes. I've noticed that not only with newbies, but with you.
Yeah.
If you don't win the first time you play, you tend not to want to play it again.
That's not necessarily true.
That's like 90% true.
Well, it depends if I perform well. And if I perform well and lose, I'll, okay, I see what I did wrong. I can come back to the table. If I don't know what's going on, yeah, I'm probably having a bad time.
Okay.
Don't go bowling with me, for instance. Miserable. Anyway. And Rumble in the House. Got a few rounds of that. That's a fun little game.
It's really fun.
We ended up playing a new strategy in Rumble in the House, as opposed to just like, two guys in a room, make them fight. Two guys in a room, make them fight. No, we had like a 6-way going at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
How was the victor decided?
Everyone just starts declaring who they're taking out. And it gets heated that way.
Oh, jeez.
Very quickly.
All righty.
So one at a time, people start going down. Then you get to see who's angry. You kind of know who's who at that point. Anyway, so that was kind of fun. Saturday, wow, I'm once again blanking. Oh, we had breakfast with the Bassets. We had a little, our Basset Hound Rescue Group does an event at, it used to be at an old folks home, but this year they actually had it at the new SPCA out in West Seneca. And it's just a great big room, big fundraiser, and people come with their Basset Hounds and let them run wild, and money's raised, and donuts and coffee are had. And it was pretty cool. We took Grant. He was a big hit. And then we had breakfast with the Bassets, and then another event after that. I'm so bad at all of these things. Was the party on Saturday, Jay?
No, that was the previous Saturday.
That was the previous Saturday. Man, Grant had something else that Saturday that was very busy.
Was it someone else's birthday party?
Wasn't my kids.
Man.
Wasn't mine.
I don't know. But
Moving right along.
Yeah, this is just trucking right around here. However, Saturday was kind of a holding pattern day, actually, because my sister was induced into labor on Saturday. So it's kind of like, okay, well, we're gonna go see you when we know what's going on.
Yeah.
And, since we didn't really know what was going on, it was kind of like
hospitals aren't a fun hang place.
No, right?
So
exactly.
like when something is there for us to come see, then
we'll come see.
know.
Right.
Then we will come.
So, my usual. Jason came over, watched a tremendous 3.5 hour long Nine Inch Nails live performance, but in the middle of it, I got the word that my niece was born. So,
Yay!
Jen and I kind of gave Jay the old, "Hey, think you can watch? How do you feel about watching the boy?"
We're calling you up to the big leagues. Give me the lefty.
Give me the heater. And he stepped up to the plate, and so to speak, and did very well. We were
Nice.
gone for about only a couple hours, but Jay got to watch Grant. Like, apparently they had a good time.
Did
And
you have
then-
to change a diaper?
No, fortunately, Grant decided to void his bowels right before we left.
Which
so
is funny because people make such a big deal out of it. It's so
God.
easy to do.
it's nothing.
I got down like a NASCAR pit stop.
Same. I could change Grant in like that.
I learned on a wolf stuffed animal.
Hey, you're about to get back in practice
I
real
know.
soon.
Oh boy!
It's like riding a bike, Jay. Comes
I
right
fall off and hit my head.
back. Exactly.
So
anyway,
so you are now quite literally Uncle Drew.
I am Unky Drew.
So now you can sue the movie for copyright infringement.
There's a movie called Uncle Drew.
Yeah,
What?
it's a basketball movie.
What?
You kind of look like Kyrie Irving.
A little bit.
Okay.
You
Sure.
look like someone whose name might be Kyrie.
I learned something today.
Drew looks like a Celtics point guard from the 1950s.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So Unky Drew in the Herb tradition.
Okay.
So I don't own an automotive company or anything, but I
Yeah.
still think it's more fun than Uncle. Uncle's
Yeah.
a hard word. Uncle. It's kind of clunky sounding.
Turn off that damn Raffi record.
So Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, which I don't air quotes celebrate because I'm not really Irish,
Yeah.
but everyone kind of celebrates it in their own way. So
Yeah.
I didn't go parading or anything, but I did make a really mean stew with a stout stew. Came out delicious, and Jen scooped up some. Oh my god, tremendous IPAs from the store, and oh my god, just chef's kiss on to this beer. Oh my god, it was so good. So it was pricey. She didn't have to buy that, but she did. That's why she's great. but yeah, oh my god, so it was cool. And my dad came over and hung out with his grandson, which he just lights up for. So
Cool.
it was cool. That's really about it. Yes.
Alrighty.
Hi. How
Hi.
was your week?
My week. Yeah, I never really get into St. Patrick's Day. It seems to be like Valentine's Day for alcoholics.
Saw a
Just
great-
kind of mass produced by beer companies to sell beer.
I saw a great tweet about St. Patrick's Day.
What's that?
St. Patrick's Day is when all the guys who peaked in high school put on coats and drink in the daytime.
It's
not wrong.
That's not wrong. No. So yeah, Friday night we had the game night at my church. That was a good time. Alan came out, and I was very appreciative for him to do that. And then after that ended, I had a birthday party to go to that was also board game related at the boardroom on Webster Street. It's cute little board game cafes. It's nice. So that was fun. Happy birthday, Patrick, in case you're listening. Which you're probably not. In which case, boo!
This one he hears. What do you mean, boo?
What do you mean, boo?
Dude.
I was saying boo earns.
Patrick
So,
Gauthier?
yes.
Gauthier?
Yep.
A high school chum?
Yes.
I went to high school with Pat.
Yes.
Did you say Patrick Goatsy?
Yes.
Goat CA.
Oh,
I know what I said.
because that's a risky click right there.
So yeah, Saturday was an X-Wing tournament.
So the championship reign is at this point a distant memory.
Yeah.
Oh, Carl's back down to jobber status.
Oh,
He's
God,
falling
yeah.
down the card.
Yeah, the past two tournaments have been pretty rough. We were actually doing a league, and this was the last event of the league, and I'm officially the Atlanta Falcons of the Buffalo X-Wing community, because prior to the last tournament, I had a hefty 10-point lead, which was... So, like, you could say it was mine to lose, and
you lost it.
Boy, did I!
I can never
boy,
hate
did
you
I.
the way I hate the Atlanta Falcons, Carl. As the resident Saints fan,
Yeah,
you are not an Atlanta Falcon.
trust me, I felt like one. But at the end, a couple of us hung around and we learned a new game, a game that goes by the name of Keyforge.
Alan has been discussing. He brought up the Keyforge.
Yes. And I really enjoyed this game. It's okay, so did he tell you kind of what the game is?
Something about every deck is unique.
Yeah.
And no two decks are alike, and decks must be kept together, and you play against each other.
Think of Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
Minus everything that makes you not want to play Magic the Gathering.
The smelly
People?
bearded people?
No, they're not all like that. It's a stereotype. It's a one-on-one card battle game. It's done by Fantasy Flight Games, and you buy a deck.
Yes.
Your deck has 36 cards. That is your deck. You cannot alter it. There are cards that will appear in other decks. There's like 400 cards, I think, in the first series.
Right.
But no two decks will have the same configuration of cards.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, they estimated that they can print out over 3 trillion decks before they would have to repeat any.
That's bananas.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. It's designed by the same guy who designed Magic the Gathering and the guy who did King of Tokyo, Richard Garfield.
Okay.
And within 20 minutes, I had a really solid grasp of the gameplay mechanics, and it's really fun. And you don't, like, I bought a core set, which was like $40, and it gives you 2 learning decks and then 2 like blind random decks and like just a bunch of like tokens and whatnot. The cool thing is you don't need the core set to play the game. Like, most people don't have the core set because when this game first came out, it sold out instantaneously and is just now making its way back in the stores. All you need to buy the game is to buy a deck, which is $10.
Interesting.
And it's very much, I akin it to more of like a fighting game where your deck is your character and you have to learn how your character works and what tactics work best with that character. Because it's not just like, you can do this, this, and this. It's this deck functions in a specific way, and you kind of have to discover how it functions. So I think it's really cool. I'm not like going to be buying like tons and tons of decks.
X-Wing.
No, I knew what I was getting into with X-Wing. Okay. I knew the slippery slope that I was getting into with X-Wing. I even told Julie when I got to it, I'm like, honey, I'm going to try this thing out. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be kind of a money suck for a while. So, yeah. But it's really fun. I actually think you would probably dig it.
Okay.
Like, if you want to try it out, like, I'll bring decks over. It does not take long to learn at all. And there's a lot of strategy into it. Like, I played my friend Reese for my first game, and I lost.
Kyle Reese?
No, not Kyle Reese. Oh. And then Alan came by, and I played him in my second game, and I won because Alan was kind of playing it like Magic, and you can't play it that way. So it's probably the first and last time in a long time that I'll be able to beat Alan at that game, because he has much more experience with one-on-one card battle games, and now he kind of knows. Because the point of the game is not to technically destroy your opponent. You win the game by forging keys. So a lot of times...
So it's not just a clever name.
Right, exactly. So a lot of times, like, you don't care if your entire, creature line gets wiped out, because that's going to play into your strategy.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's really cool. That was Saturday.
How often do you play it?
I've played it once.
So you've only had one key party.
I think there's something there, but I think I'm missing it.
Drew's there.
Am I? One key part.
Please. Oh, boy.
It's a family-friendly show, Jay.
I didn't say anything. I was just asking if you were partying.
Okay.
Is there fruit involved in this party?
Could be.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So, Sunday... speaking of births, Sunday was William's 3rd birthday.
Yeah.
I got a little 3-year-old running around now. Yeah, it was great. It's a good time. We got him like a little easel, an art easel. He loves that.
I think 3 is like the first age that I can remember.
Probably 3 or 4. So
that's where my memories begin.
yeah. So which brings us up to today. Something like just happened before when I was on my way home from work that both of you will appreciate. Julie is recovering from a procedure.
Oh,
nothing serious, standard stuff. And I asked her if I could grab her anything on the way home, and she asked for a milkshake. I was like, okay, fine. So I stopped by Anderson's, ordered a large chocolate milkshake, and the price was $5.
How many boys were in your yard when you came home?
No. $5 milkshake.
it's milk and ice cream.
They don't put bourbon in it?
There he is.
Oh, I knew it. I couldn't go with the obvious.
Well, no, that's why I was saying it, because it was a Pulp Fiction reference. I didn't care about your
He was like
pop song reference. Hot Claws, Jay.
Hot Claws.
I hate you.
Hot Claws. Sears.
Years.
Okay, folks, that was our weeks. If you would like to tell us about your weeks, you can do so at the following multimedia, social media, global media locations. You can follow us on Twitter at Devils Do Pod. You can go to Facebook and like our page at facebook.com/Devils Do Pod. You can email us at thedevilsdopod@gmail.com. Or you can find all these resources available to you on our website, thedevilsdopodcast.com. Now, Drew, last week we had a bit of a technical mishap.
We did.
If you will. And we had a really fun show going, and unfortunately it was lost, and we kind of had to restart. So the majority of questions this week will be questions that we actually already answered last week.
Oh, good.
But no one knows the answers to because we didn't actually record it.
And we have a third party to give
Yes.
his insight.
Okay.
Well, I can answer things, too?
Of course.
Sure.
You're here.
Yeah.
Am I?
Why not?
I mean,
Spoilers, folks, because last week was a really short show. We're going to make it up to you this week. It's going to be a long episode.
uh-oh.
So first up, we have frequent contributor Mr. Cyrus Moore, who actually sent us like a screenshot of a news story that we're actually going to talk about in the news. So Cyrus, thank you very much for that.
So
we
we'll
appreciate
just
it.
skip it?
Well, it's not a question. It's just
We're giving him the acknowledgement that
Yeah.
he will be acknowledged
Yeah.
later.
So, from Mr. Alan Waiters, post dated last week. Carl and Drew, do you think we live in a society where we judge something quickly without reviewing?
Yes.
For example,
Yes, we do.
For example, people judged Captain Marvel before it came out. People judged Will Smith's genie because he wasn't blue at the time. And, of course, the image of Sonic from the Sonic movie. What are your thoughts?
It's I mean,
Yeah, we do judge.
you're putting it out there
quickly.
for consumption.
Yeah.
It's going to be, people are going to make assumptions
Yeah.
based on what they see. So I don't know that it's unfounded. I mean, people are going to have reactions.
Yeah.
And in the social media age, those reactions are immediate.
you're never not going to have a gut reaction. I think what you can control is how you proceed after you have your initial gut reaction.
Sure.
Like if you just say, "Oh, that looks stupid," and you're never going to give it a chance, and okay, that's on you. But if you say, "You know what, this doesn't look great, but we'll see," like kind of what develops from it. Certain things you just kind of got to good feeling about, like the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible.
That just looks terrible.
His calves look great, though. Which in reality, you'd think, a hedgehog that runs all day should have pretty good calf game.
There's no lie in your statement, sir.
Yes, he should, but then you see it and you go, maybe not.
Maybe not so much.
Mistakes were made.
But at the same time, as much as I look at it and be like, okay, this looks terrible, it's probably going to be terrible, I will fully admit that they could possibly change my mind. There could be like a trailer that completely blows me away. Be like, okay, I'm willing to.
No, Carl. The next logical step is to send out multiple tweets to sponsors and make it sound like this thing is the worst ever, and you're going to boycott everything and get all your awful people behind and say, "Hey, Captain Marvel's a girl. Girls are stupid. I don't like Me Too. Blow it all up."
There's no truth in this art.
K. James Woods.
Yeah. James Woods.
Yeah. I'm still relevant.
Ooh, piece of garbage. Ooh, piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can't watch Any Given Sunday ever again.
Should you anyway?
It's a good movie.
Is it? It's not
Pacino speeches.
Oh, dude, the Pacino speeches.
Inches. Come on now with the football.
I mean,
Go to the end of the Buick.
Better Pacino speech, Any Given Sunday or Scent of a Woman?
Ooh. Any Given Sunday. Just because Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx is around there and so is LT.
Yeah. Yeah.
And LL Cool J.
And LT has done so much coke. He's high on so much coke in that moment. Okay.
He cut a guy's car in half with a saw.
I mean, that's to be respectful.
And that was an outtake.
Carl, people are saying Rogue would beat the present Captain Marvel, given their past and the fact Rogue absorbed the powers of Carol Danvers when she was Miss Marvel. Do you agree? I don't really dive into the who would beat who scenarios anymore. Like, I can sit down and I can sketch you out a scenario where both of them win. Like, I can tell you how Rogue can beat Captain Marvel, and I can tell you how Captain Marvel can beat Rogue. It was one of those things that was like kind of fun when we were kids, but now I'm just like, it's because it's one of those things that's like, that's one of the bug lights to the toxicity of social media, where like you want to throw out a statement, this character would beat this character. Oh, the mosquitoes come and get zapped on that.
Carl, top 5 characters Rogue can beat.
Can beat? I'm going to say Toad, Slapstick, Puck, Quicksilver,
Wow.
and Magneto.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Some hot takes in there.
There you go. Drew, with today being
Last week.
last week, being the 30th birthday of the internet, what is the best thing about the internet? And what is the worst thing about the internet?
Oh.
Ironically enough, it's the same answer.
Same thing. Gives everybody a voice. Best thing. Gives everybody a voice. Worst thing. Yeah. It had such great potential. And we used
really
it to-
did.
We used it to be terrible to each other.
And then it
So,
just turned into a bastion of dick and fart jokes.
Yeah. Obi-Wan was wrong. There is a more wretched hive of scum and villains. than
It's the internet.
It's the internet. Yeah. I mean, it's sure we do a lot of great stuff with it and all that, but at the same time, it's also allowed the worst of us to find each other, and where the worst of us used to be maybe a small insular group or individual. Now that they have this great big soapbox they can stand on the internet, they can amplify their message, however terrible it is, and find other like-minded, terrible people. And then combined, they...
Do not form Voltron.
No, they form something much worse than Voltron.
Form Robeast.
Sure.
Michael Bay Devastator.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. It must be defeated, but ultimately...
Pendulous.
Oh.
The Pendulous Devastator.
Ultimately, once the troglodytic people have their voice amplified, even though they might not be a very large group, the internet gives them unnecessary and outsized influence on things, and they shouldn't have that, or we shouldn't let them have that. So that's problematic about the internet.
Yeah.
But hey, YouTube, podcasts,
Yeah.
cat videos,
Unlimited
or whatever.
access to the whole of knowledge of mankind. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trade-off.
Spell check.
spell
Spell
sure,
check.
Sure. Skip the dishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
Instacart.
Alan, thank you very much. We appreciate it. On to Mr. Chris Taylor. Drew and Carl. Obviously, this episode, or if not the next, you'll be reviewing Captain Marvel. But wanted to get your take on the original campaign of Ronda Rousey to play Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel in the movie before Brie Larson was cast. Do you think this would have worked? Or do you think halfway through the movie she would have told you she was flying on wires because it's fake, like she did in a recent wrestling promo?
Yeah, no, that would have been terrible. She can't act at all,
Yeah.
and she's not exactly
Captain Marvel's a work, bro.
she's not exactly the best person either. So I'm glad she's not attached to a Marvel property.
Why is she not the best person?
She has some. She said some things about some people that's a little questionable. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Certain things never happened, Carl.
Were these not part of kayfabe?
No, this is her real life.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Shoot takes on a double meeting with some of her thoughts.
So we just, we're good, Ron. You're Warner Brothers' problem now that you're in Mortal Kombat.
All right, and we have a surprise question from Mr. J. Gelsomino.
Hey,
Drew and
can
Carl.
Can he read it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Jay's
here.
here. He can read his question. Why am I giving you the phone?
I know my question. Did you hit record?
Yes. See?
Okay, good.
Look. See? Red circle.
Alrighty.
Clock going.
Making sure.
But then again, it was last time, too.
Hey.
Technology, everybody.
Okay.
These walls could talk.
That
You could have just recorded the walls and not had to go back and do an entire show again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we salvaged something.
We did.
I got through 10 seconds because then you warned me of spoilers and I haven't seen the movie yet. So I'm like, and I will be back next week.
Alrighty.
It's next week, so did you see the movie yet?
No.
Okay.
Friday.
Good hustle. Good. Okay.
Because I only have 2 of those off left for a while.
Yeah.
They changed my schedule at work.
Oh.
Used to have Fridays off.
Bunch of
Poof.
fascists. Anyway,
It's like they threw a coffee mug at my head.
you should have stayed out of their beach community.
Chief of Police in Malibu. He's got some anger issues.
All right, that does it for the cross-examination. Now on to the case files. And oh boy, Drew.
All right, let's go.
Last week was one of the benefits of having our episode deleted was people did not have to listen to the worst news segment
we were
we've ever
struggling
done.
to-
We were just scratching and clawing for anything. But the internet taketh away and the internet giveth this week. 'Cause
Okay.
there are many, many things to be discussed.
Hit me.
Let's start with the smaller stuff. Drew, we got a NJ. We got our first full Toy Story 4 trailer today.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet.
I haven't either. I just, the last saw How to Train Your Dragon 3, and it was still just the kind of everybody going around in a circle, and then here comes the spork. As far as we got.
The sport.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's Pixar and it's Toy Story, so there's a line of credit there.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm not about to discount.
sure.
But it looks just kind of like a rehash of Toy Story 1, with a spork instead of Buzz Lightyear.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, to say I'm a little worried would be a factual statement.
Can we put it in the View Askew universe? And he's just not supposed to be here today?
One can hope.
I would say it's Pixar, and
Yeah, like I said, there's an established line of credit there, and
give.
yeah.
I would venture a guess that it's going to be okay.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Tim Allen said he cried at the end, so...
I mean,
if the word of Tim Allen isn't good enough...
Somebody
he was
posted...
just mad because the end of Toy Story 4 is them redistributing the wealth.
I'd never seen this before. Somebody
Free
posted...
college tuition. Tim Allen just couldn't take it.
Andy got a free ride.
The toys got health care. Tim Allen just wept.
Somebody posted on Facebook this week. I had never seen this before. I'm sure you have. Tim Allen Doom.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, I've seen this.
It's just...
It's a thing.
It's a scary thing.
Yes. Yeah. You can Google that at your own risk, everybody. I warn you, you'll never get the sound out of your head.
Okay, so that came out. We'll see how that falls into place.
We should probably watch that at some point.
I mean, we could just pause the show and you guys.
No, let's press on.
Yeah. All right.
I'll get around
So
to it.
today, I haven't even looked at the article at this. I just looked at the headlines because it literally just got announced today.
Yeah.
Google announces a video game streaming service, and Drew is rolling his eyes hard.
Google dabbles their toes into many waters and then often shutters them within a couple of years. So I'm not going to put much credence in it. And also, so as a concept, everyone, I think, would agree that a console-less future is interesting, where you would basically stream all of your games from a central computer. So you no longer need hardware to run your games. Interesting idea.
Yeah.
In reality, internet speeds are not reliable for most of the country, in my opinion. You won't own the game properly, so you are at the mercy of the distributor, that being Google, to give you the game however it might be. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Games get patched. Oftentimes, they are not the same games you remember playing as they were back in the day because of licensing issues or patches or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't like that aspect of it, and not for nothing. I just feel like we're not ready for it, and Google has committed the big folly. They've invested all this money. They have all this. They did this big presentation today, and what did they really show? Nothing. They showed a controller. They showed the concept of what it's going to be, but there was no killer app. There was no piece of software that went like, oh, I have to get on board with this. So it's a conceptual thing.
Is this meant to be a Steam competitor?
It's meant to be a PlayStation, Xbox, Steam competitor. It's going to be their own ecosystem, and you can play any game you want on any platform you want. You can play it on your phone. You can play it on your PC. You can play it on some kind of ubiquitous box you can buy from Google or something.
Yeah.
But the game isn't being played on any of that hardware. You're streaming it from their computer over the internet to your device. And again, that's pretty smart in a way, but I just don't. It's a little too high concept for me. It's basically what Xbox wanted to do with the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And we all shot that down pretty quick, didn't we?
Yep.
But now Google's doing it a few years later, and we're all kind of like, oh, well, Google's getting involved here. Hey, dude, come on.
Oh, great. It's going to run just like my PlayStation Now account ran, and it's all herky-jerky, and it's terrible. And I have good internet.
See?
And this is a great concept, but when you're trying to play Injustice and Superman throws a punch and then 5 seconds later it connects.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Great call.
You need fast response I'm sorry, most video games demand very fast response times. And, playing over the internet it's just not going to, at least in America, it's not going to be reliable. Our internet is not, it's just not good enough. And again, they didn't show off anything, killer to get people really excited. It's just the fact that Google is doing something, therefore it must be worth talking about. Not necessarily. Google Plus was a thing for a minute.
I was just going to ask, are we friends on Google Plus? Or is
No,
that still a thing?
No, they shuttered it. They tried to make it a thing, but yeah, we'll see about that. Seems like a big to-do for nothing right now.
Okay.
If you're going to announce a video game console, you better come at me with some software. And that goes for any company that's announcing a video game console. The proof it's been told over the years. Software sells systems.
Will they have a deal with the Switch?
You can access your Google Plus account on the Switch.
Jay, did you know you can access Xbox Live on your Nintendo Switch?
I didn't, Carl. Tell me more.
You can access Xbox Live on your Nintendo Switch.
But how?
Don't ask us to explain it.
By accessing Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch.
Exactly.
I believe I've been perfectly clear on this. You access the Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch.
To be fair, Carl, that's actually what this is. This Google thing. It's Microsoft's
It's accessing the Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch.
The metaphorical Xbox Live. Yes, it's the same idea. They're putting out a hardware agnostic gaming platform that you can play the game on anything that you have. It is not dependent on any piece of hardware.
So I can access the Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's all I want to know.
I'm sorry, Drew.
You got to be there.
I saw my opening. I took it.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, so the Marvel Cinematic Universe is bound with questions of what's going to come after Endgame. And one of the things that's kind of flying under the radar that hasn't gotten a lot of press or anything is the fact that Marvel's doing a Shang-Chi movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it got a director this week, Destin Daniel Cretton.
Okay.
And to direct Shang-Chi, it's for Marvel's first superhero movie with an Asian protagonist. I do believe the director is Asian himself.
All right.
Which kind of is in line with the direction Marvel's going. It's like if it's going to be a woman's film, it's going to be directed by a woman. It's going to be a multicultural film. It's going to be directed by a person from that culture.
That's great.
What happens with the Vision movie?
AI is going to direct it. But they're going to hand it off to
Skynet.
Google.
Skynet.
Google Deepfakes is going to do it.
Somewhere Alan the heads just popped up. What? Skynet? Skynet?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not super familiar with Shang-Chi.
He knows Kung Fu. He is the master of Kung Fu.
I thought that was Iron Fist.
No. Iron Fist is the Iron Fist. Shang-Chi's the master of Kung Fu.
Who would win in a fight? Iron Fist or Shang-Chi?
I mean...
Danny Rand. I don't know. I just wanted to say Danny Rand. Haven't heard it in a while.
There's a reason for that, Jay.
Pour one out. R.I.P.
He just showed up. He was in a couple issues of Domino recently.
Why are you reading Domino?
Yeah, that was my...
I don't care.
That was my next question.
I'll say it. It's a good read.
Okay.
Kelly Sue DeConnick.
I'll take your word for it.
That's fine.
It's very quirky, but not like over-the-top Deadpool quirky.
Thank God. So what, is Shang-Chi going to take on Thanos with Kung Fu? Is that what we're going to do here?
Nothing else worked.
Fact, actually.
Fair.
Take it back.
Stab him in the chest. He's still around.
Fair point.
It's going to do a 1-inch punch, and that's going to be it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see because, well, obviously it takes place after Endgame, so we can assume the whole Thanos thing will be resolved.
Okay.
In one form or another.
All right. That's fair.
So, yeah.
No, it won't be. He'll be one of the people who disappeared, and he'll just be 2 hours of blank screen.
That's pretty meta.
It's so meta.
It's a gamble. Given that it's a Marvel movie, it would still make $500 million at the box office.
I'd go see it.
So, we're kind of jumping all over the place with this.
Yes.
The longest running dumpster fire joke of this show has been the Flash movie, of which so many directors have come and gone and come and gone and come and gone again.
Yes.
So many screenplays have come and gone. It started production, it stopped production. It's always good for a great punchline. Now, though, something is happening that I kind of want to happen.
Yes and no.
Drew,
Yes.
Grant Morrison is writing
Nah.
what? Hold on, let me. Grant Morrison is writing a script for the Flash movie. He's allowing Ezra Miller to sit in the room in the corner quietly and keep his damn mouth shut.
See, that's the sticking point, isn't it? As it was reported, Ezra Miller is writing a Flash movie with Grant Morrison. I don't know what that means.
Grant Morrison's doing peyote next to him.
Probably. And yet the script probably is still more coherent than anything Ezra Miller is going to put down. I don't know. Look, you know me, Morrison fanboy to the grave.
You are a mark,
And that's
for
fine.
Mr. Morrison.
But, like, if anything, I think we've learned that the Justice League people outside of Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot, you're not long for this world. Ezra
Yeah.
Miller, I'm sorry. I know your heart's in the right place and you really want this to be a thing, but it's been so hectic and so plagued by delays and directors
Yeah.
and scripts. By the time this thing gets rolling, no one's going to remember you were even in the Flash. No one's going to know that you were the Flash for a second.
They'll find somebody better then.
I would hope. You couldn't be much worse.
I feel so bad for
Nothing
Ezra
on that one.
Miller.
What? You'll find somebody
Better than Ezra.
Oh.
I'll be leaving now. It's been a blast, guys.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
what was their song?
Let's find
Oh,
out.
wow.
Was
It
that
that one?
good
That was-
living
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Wow.
Good job, Carl.
That's all I
I
remember.
just want to
wasn't
follow
sure-
him around and play that all day.
Wow.
See how long.
I wasn't sure if it was that or closing time.
Might have been
Semisonic.
both.
Oh.
I only know that because it's literally in the 90 station every fifth song for some reason.
Okay.
So I feel bad for Ezra Miller because he was put right behind the 8 ball from day one. Because you're cast as this character who is already in another medium and beloved by fans,
Yeah.
played by another actor. It's like getting cast as Batman 3 weeks after the Michael Keaton Jack Nicholson Batman came out in theaters.
Yeah.
It's like there was no win for him in that situation.
Yeah, people really love that show, and he really,
Deservedly so.
Sure.
It's legitimately great. So yeah,
I'll believe that when I see it. And
we'll see.
even
So,
though Morrison does have the
question-
Hollywood clout now.
Question: if it becomes a reality and gets released, will you go to the theaters to see it? If Grant Morrison has a writing credit on it,
I mean, no.
that's a lie.
He's
a
not
lie.
directing it. Like, he had his name on a script. Okay, cool. That's fine. Good
You
job.
legit think Hollywood's going to do anything with a Grant Morrison script and be able to understand it 5 minutes in?
I mean, they made it Happy's coming back for season 2, Jay.
I didn't even. Did you watch season 1? Because I did not.
I watched 2 episodes.
I got through 1.
It's something.
How do you? I just want to see how they turned 6 issues into 2 seasons.
Well, I think they wrapped up the story from the comics in season 1, and they're writing new stuff.
Drunken Christopher Maloney's okay with me.
Is
I'm
Morrison
gonna-
involved?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, he's still executive
Yeah.
producer and whatnot, but it's not based on comics
All right.
anymore. It's just a new season.
Make it weirder.
So, jumping back to video games, we had a really awesome announcement today for the Switch. Castle Crashers is coming to Switch. Castle Crashers was like, I think, the first big indie game in the downloadable game era. It's the first
one of them.
one that kind of got attention towards download-only indie games.
It was one of them.
And that
it-
game is hella fun.
Yeah, it helps that it was fun. 4-player co-op, I should say. Beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up with action RPG elements.
It's a fun game. It's like the Turtles arcade game, but
Better.
well, hang on.
I would. It's a
You bite your
better.
You're probably right.
It's a better
Nostalgia's a
game.
hell of a drug. Okay.
than- yeah.
Yeah, they're remastering it and they're putting it out for Switch. I mean, it's already been out for Steam and Xbox for a
Yeah.
little while, but I mean,
It
hey,
came out on PS3, and this remaster is also coming out on PS4, but just PS4 and Switch.
Okay.
Like no Xbox at all.
it's already on Xbox. I thought.
The remaster?
Yeah.
The new one?
Yeah, it's on
Oh.
Steam and Xbox already.
Okay. Well, we get it on Switch now, and I will happily buy it on Switch.
And I mean, to be fair, since, I mean, we've established this, is it even news that it's coming to Switch? Because I can access Xbox Live from my Switch already. So if it's already on Xbox...
Your point is valid and fair.
I have questions about the logistics here.
Okay, so let's get into the main courses of this news.
Okay.
Drew, something happened. Drew and Jay, I'm sorry, keep leaving you out. Something happened this week that I don't think any of us would have expected to happen. It's been announced that James Gunn has been reinstated as the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And
hallelujah.
Not only that, Marvel never even seriously considered anyone else. They said that in the report. Nobody else was even considered.
They say a lot of things. I think don't get me wrong, I am all on board for this. I'm super happy he's back. I'm glad that Marvel and Disney did the right thing and course corrected. But I think part of this would have been like, I don't think anyone else wanted to do it.
Yeah, I also have some faith that they immediately realized that they were looking pretty bad when letting him go, and they probably told him, "Hey, we're going to let you go for a little while. You go do what you're going to do, but we're going to bring you back." It's like when like in hockey, like when you get a player and you tell them, "Listen, we're going to trade you at the deadline. Go do whatever you're going to do, and at the end of the season, we're going to bring you back with a bigger contract." It's like that, but it's James Gunn.
Okay. Interesting fact: he's still going to do the Suicide Squad film, which is not a sequel, is a complete reboot called The Suicide Squad. Seems that Warner Brothers' tactic now is just to put "the" in front of the title.
Yeah, that's not confusing.
I mean,
at all.
if this is what I gotta get to get James Gunn back on Guardians 3, fine.
Same cast?
No, Idris Elba is replacing Will Smith as Deadshot.
As you do. Slightly racist?
No, no.
They're both black.
Just flavor of the month. I don't know.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
I am too.
I'm confused.
I kind of spaced out there for a minute.
Yes.
You were kind of like Will Ferrell in Old School during the.
What just happened? I blacked out.
What just happened? So yeah, James Gunn back on Guardians.
Good.
And
if you remember,
times.
not only that, he was allegedly a key figure in the whole cosmic
Yeah,
scope
he was
of
going
what they
to run
wanted
the
to
whole
do.
cosmic thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get some Galactus at the end of Endgame.
Slow down.
I'm just hoping. Let a man dream. All right, so gentlemen, on to the most important news item of the week.
Oh,
We got a trailer this week, just out of the blue.
what happened? Where was I? What happened?
A trailer for something that everybody has been waiting for, and it doesn't really need any build-up. We just need to know the thing is coming, and every sane person will be there day one. We got a trailer for Windjammers 2.
Oh God,
Windjammers 2. It looks great. All right, I had to. Windjammers 2 trailer.
I'm happy
Looks
for it.
awesome.
I'm honestly happy for you.
We also got a new Avengers trailer this week. So,
That's nice.
Yeah,
Good for them.
it's no Windjammers 2 though.
it's not. It's not.
But they could have the clout
It's
of Windjammers 2.
dude. Windjammers 2. Never thought I would get a sequel. Never thought I'd get to play the original again.
Well, over a long enough timeline, they'll dig up the bones of anything. So
So yeah, new Avengers trailer.
yeah,
Lots of stuff.
there's a lot in there.
Yes.
Allegedly, though, from what I heard, it's all that stuff that you saw is like from the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie. So they're trying very hard not to tip their hand into anything about the rest of the film.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I guess there was an article today came out that said Avengers Endgame also had like no promotion whatsoever. I'm like, you could have done that. All you had to do was say the title and a date.
Yep.
And that's it.
Just front load everything into the trailers like Jurassic World 2.
Yeah.
I watched it. Why did you even put that? Why did you put that in my brain to watch that movie, Carl? I fell asleep, thank God, at the end.
I laid the trap.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it, Drew.
No.
Don't watch it.
Dude, I don't have time to watch it.
You'd think Chris Pratt and dinosaurs. Yeah. No.
You know, I got to be
Are
honest.
they ill-tempered dinosaurs?
They have laser beams attached to their heads.
Oh, God, I would so be in line for a Dino Riders movie.
I got to be honest with you. As much as I love Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, I'm kind of done with the Pratt outside of it.
I'm okay with Pratt. Pratt's a good dude. Seems like he'd be a fun hang.
I'm a peak Pratt. I'm sure he's a great guy, but I'm just, all right, buddy.
But it's not like he's been in a lot. He's not like he's not at rock saturation yet.
No.
There's
no.
nothing like The Rock.
No one can be.
saturation.
Right. No, it's fine. All right, that's an aside, though. This trailer, though, for Avengers, wow. So we've got, like, basically in the trailer, we've got confirmation Tony and Nebula are back on Earth at some point, and they're they're in
which you kind
we
of
assume, but we didn't know, you know.
Yeah.
So that's happening. They've got the new spiffy suits, which are based on the Hank Pym Quantum Realm suit from Ant-Man and Wasp. So we can assume that the Avengers are going into the Quantum Realm to do some things, and I'm just going to go ahead and guess they're going back in time to some degree or something. Yeah, all kinds of wackiness. Hawkeye has a really boss punk rock haircut now.
He really does. He really does. People
No, he
want to
doesn't.
make fun
Ronan
of it.
does.
That thing looks really awesome.
I mean, even though he's probably a late 30s, early 40-year-old man,
He's making it work. He is making it work.
he is brooding hard.
He's selling something, and sir, I'm buying.
He's got Fall Out Boy all up in his iPod.
It's like when Milhouse's parents died.
Whoa, what?
Whoa, what?
Please, come on. You guys remember that?
No, I don't.
Milhouse's parents fake died. Remember they crashed on the island? And Milhouse got all broody and wore a leather coat. And all the girls fell for him.
Hang on, this is vaguely coming back to me.
This is
And he had his uncle who didn't like the Dutch.
this is after I checked out. This is clearly after I checked out.
Somebody out there knows this.
Where was the American Gladiator stepdad?
He was out of the picture at that point.
That's a shame.
What season was this?
Let's find out.
All right, well,
I didn't think it was that far down into the 20s of the seasons.
Oh my God. After like season 10, it gets a little blurry. Maybe, well, no, 13, 14. It was still good in there.
Simpsons,
But we're off
Okay,
topic
we
here.
are. Little Orphan Millie.
Okay.
It first aired on the Fox network November 11th, 2007.
Oh.
Jeez.
That's like season 20, Jay. 19 or 20.
That is season... Doesn't it say?
Probably
19.
Yeah, see. We were
Listen, FXX has given me a whole new world into Simpsons episodes I didn't think I wanted.
A new fantastic point of view.
we got that trailer too.
That we talked about that last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
Was it recorded?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Atlanta trailer.
Do it, must we?
Nah, it
Please.
looks better.
He's blue.
I mean, it looks better. I still don't have any desire to see it, but, you know.
Oh, it looks horrible.
It
No.
It just looks
No.
like...
They
All it
peaked
looks
at
like
Jungle
to me,
Book.
all it looks like to me is, let's go watch the cartoon. Like, that's it. That's
Yeah, I think if you want to do this like live action remake thing, you do it with the movies that maybe didn't quite hit as well the first time around.
So you're saying they should remake Songs of the South?
No.
That's probably a good idea. Not to do
No.
that. They should
Scene
not do
for
that.
scene.
Oh, no.
No, let's
No,
not
things
do
like
that.
what was it Oliver and Company?
the Aristocats.
The Aristocats or Aristocrats?
a whole different movie.
The
whole different movie.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tarzan.
They'll get to all that. They will get to all that. I promise.
Do those. Don't like leave it.
Hercules.
Yeah, do Hercules.
Do you want James Woods to come back?
No. This is
Only if his head is on fire.
and it's
Legit.
not a visual effect.
Yeah,
no,
whatever. I don't care.
Because, like, I guess the next one up is Lion King, and they're calling it the live action Lion King. Where
It's all
in
CGI.
actuality, it's like the Lion King HD remaster.
Yeah.
We recorded some blades of grass outside.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So-
Avengers though. The more I see, it's like, yep, let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do
get
it. Ready.
And Captain Marvel's in the trailer now. And,
Yes.
Thor likes her apparently.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
just inject it into my veins. When can I get tickets? Can I get tickets now?
Not yet.
Not. I want tickets.
Makes you feel any better. We're less than a month away.
That makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll
Pretty
be
good.
able to see it before my kid shows up. Yes.
In theory.
In theory.
Kids often ruin plans.
Well, she's due on the 9th, and we're getting induced on the 1st. So,
Of
what's this?
April or
May.
May.
So
Okay.
just keep that little lass indoors.
Dude, family show.
He said less.
Oh.
I said lass.
I thought it sounded
Thank you for paying attention to me, Carl.
it sounded like something else.
We have a synergy.
lass.
So apparently you're not a fan of Becky Lynch.
The lass kicker.
Exactly.
Okay.
The
Becky
man.
Lynch. I don't
I haven't watched the show in a long time, Drew. Is she still the lass kicker?
She's the man now.
I know that. I heard that, but I haven't watched.
She's the man.
see. Jay actually gave up.
Oh, I
WWE.
gave up.
fine.
Unlike other people who say they're going to give up WWE, yet keep watching it.
I'm watching it. I'm air quoting that.
Still 100% more than Jay's watching it.
That's fine.
Okay. All
It's
right.
a big world of wrestling out there. We gotta stay abreast of the situation.
That does it for the news. I think the most important thing we took away is Windjammers 2 is coming.
World
Clearly.
needs Stitch Diggers too.
So, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. In order to do so, we must cast the net back to ages yawn before,
Yeah.
when another podcast existed,
3 little letters.
OCP. And
Not a family show.
no.
No.
Play it in front of your mom.
And I remember I remember the episode. You guys just like stumbled. It wasn't planned or anything. You guys just stumbled across an idea of Dark Family Matters.
I don't even remember how it happened. It just did.
It literally just it was the big bang of you know. And then a couple weeks ago on this show, we introduced the idea of Muppets in the roles of Oz,
The prison show.
the prison show.
Sure, and I had a nice little text conversation that day.
It was great. I'm at work and Jay just lights up my phone. I'm like, oh my God. I've reached him.
And then I was like, you know what? We need to do a Mirror Universe episode.
Okay.
Take an intellectual property you can think of and just throw it in the Mirror Universe where up is down and black is white. And
And dare I say, it is actually kind of topical for this week because if you see, I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it being shared all over the social medias. Apparently, someone made a Fresh Prince reboot trailer, and it's all dark and like serious and earnest Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is a thing. You can apparently it's on the internet right now. You can watch it, and people are freaking out over it. Like, oh my God, they should totally make this. Which tells me that Jay and I were way ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Because if I were to show you our vision of Family Matters, AMC would be on the phone with us.
well, hey,
Tonight.
somebody stole our idea of the serial character shared universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The serial killer. I'm serial killer. Actually, there you go. Mirror Universe, the serial killers. Captain Crunch is like a head of a crime syndicate.
Down and so we begin.
Trix Rabbit is clearly on some kind of hallucinogen.
So I believe
The drug is tricks.
Uh-huh.
So I believe it is best to start where it all began. Gentlemen, tell us about Dark Family Matters.
Jay, you got to catch me up.
I was gonna ask you the same thing. All I remember was, let's see, Harriet died.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Carl's wife, Harriet, died.
Okay.
Both of them.
Right. Because, she left. Towards the end, too. Like, she couldn't stick
It was
out
like the
that
two
last
Aunt
half
Vivs.
season.
Yeah.
Like the last season of the show.
She just gave up.
Yeah.
Weird. I mean, at least in Aunt Viv's case, like, her and Will Smith didn't get along.
And that was like
Legit?
1 or 2 seasons in, and then
Right.
they replaced her.
No, it was towards the end. But at least she was there for, like, the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Harriet Winslow, like, they were, like, halfway
The
through
very
the
last
final
season, yeah.
And it's like, I'm leaving. It's like, okay. Anyway, so, Harriet has passed away. Carl Winslow has to raise kids on his own. And in this universe, like, I forgot.
Let's see.
Eddie's on
Steve-
drugs.
Eddie's on drugs. Steve is a
Drug dealer.
drug dealer named what's
Well, hang on, no,
Stefan.
Yeah, well, he is Stefan, like in the original, except Stefan is the suave, ladies' man, but he's a dark, suave ladies' man in that he's a drug dealer. He's into lots of. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's a very bad.
The drug
guy.
is cheese.
Got any cheese? That's right. Yes.
Remember,
Yep.
it's coming back.
It's coming back to me.
Not the actual food cheese, just that's what the drug is called.
Yeah,
I
on the
believe
streets. It's called
The
cheese.
street name is
Street-
Cheese.
That's right.
Got any cheese?
See, it's in the trailer.
Waldo, I think, became a cop, or was he?
I thought Eddie became a cop.
No, Eddie had the drug problem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Much to Carl's chagrin. And then, unlike the original show, we're going to lean into the middle daughter, and she actually does end up in the porn industry in our version. Because in real life, that happened.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah. Dark Family Matters.
Dark Family.
What's with the middle kids in these?
I don't know.
What
ABC shows because it
What-
didn't go all too well for DJ for a while, did it?
what happened to Laura?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Yeah. She cleaned up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
That's
well.
that's another thing that kind of that's kind
Oh,
of
we started down that route with what's going to have to happen to Fuller House now.
yeah.
That got real, didn't it?
Aunt Becky,
Aunt Becky is
she tried to get
not on the show
Michelle into
anymore.
college. Didn't go too well.
So anyway, Dark Family Matters. We tumbled down the Dark Family Matters rabbit hole, and it just escalated very quickly. And next thing you know, we had something on our hands that really could have been a great show.
And then I wrote into the show with my idea
Go on.
for a dark show, a Mirror Universe show, Dark Saved by the Bell.
Oh, totally. Zach is a total sociopath.
No, my version took place on Death Row, which plays with the Saved by the Bell title.
I see. Warden Belding?
Warden Belding.
I remember we talked about this.
The Death Row inmates consist of Albert Clifford Slater, a Colombian drug lord.
Named Albert Clifford?
Listen,
Alberto, maybe?
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Alberto Clifton Slater. They call him
Cabana.
They call
Alberto
him
Cabana.
Alberto. They call him Slayer.
Colt?
They call him Slayer.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But he was caught trying to escape the country. He's
Okay.
on death row. Caught and convicted. He's on death row now.
Is he convicted for the murder of Jesse Spano?
No,
Oh.
Jesse and Kelly are prison guards.
Oh.
Yes.
Cage heat.
Stop. Family show.
You said words that you shouldn't have said earlier, sir.
What'd I say?
Well, we can't repeat them.
Yeah, don't repeat it.
There was a D. It was
Oh, yeah, right. My bad.
yeah. Cut that in.
Zach Morris is a wrongly convicted con man. He's convicted of murder. He didn't
Yes.
actually. He's a
Beecher.
criminal. He's not a good guy, but he didn't actually commit the thing he's on death row for.
Screech Schillinger.
Oh no!
This is the benefits of having lunch with Carl on a daily basis.
Go on.
Samuel Powers is in isolation
Okay.
and 24-hour surveillance in a straitjacket.
Yeah.
He's the most notorious serial killer in American history. The media dubbed him Screech because that's what he would make his victims do.
Oh, I see.
He refuses to interact with any living soul other than Dr. Lisa Turtle.
At least until Tori Spelling shows up.
Sure.
I know I said by the bell. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
And then you know,
At any point, will they work at a beach club?
I'm guessing probably not.
Do they all move on to a Supermax?
Oh,
Supermax!
The Max. Supermax.
Supermax, yes.
It writes
Found gold.
Writes itself.
Solid gold.
Writes itself.
The only person who visits Zach is a mysterious woman named Tori that is never seen the same time as Jesse or Kelly.
Yep. Jessie has a huge drug problem because all she wants is a transfer to a better prison.
Yes. She
The thrill of the job, I mean, it's exciting, but it's scary.
Ooh.
Mr. Belding's brother comes and takes them on a field trip.
In one episode, do they strike oil in the yard? They're going to put oil derricks up in the prison yard?
nobody wants it because it would be an eyesore.
That's right.
in the
Could kill
prison
it.
yard.
Kill the duck.
Oh, yeah. What's it? Max could be the chef, prison chef.
Grinding up glass, people's food.
Oh man,
It all comes back to prison shows, apparently.
It's all about Oz.
So it all comes back to Oz.
which we now you guys have seen Oz.
Oh, boy,
yeah.
have we.
Yes, we have.
But
I think I've seen it 5 times through, actually.
I think I want to rewatch it again now.
for the listening audience
If you can get past the standard definition on it, it's fine.
It's fine.
who have watched Oz, what did you guys come up with as far as Muppets?
Let's go back.
I'm defaulting to Jay.
I'm going to go back to the texts.
But we had a little exchange, and we refined our ideas a little bit.
God, Supermax.
All right.
That's so good.
Can't
That's
repeat
so
all of
good.
this. Supermax.
Oh man,
Oh, thank you, Brain. I love you, Brain.
lightning.
Sometimes
Done
you're useless,
struck
but
my
damn, sometimes
brain.
you're good.
Family show.
I said, what? Damn? Can't say damn?
I prefer not.
Okay. Nad.
Works.
Mirror of that word is nad.
Works.
Okay. So we've got, Fozzie doing things that Christopher Maloney did to open up an episode.
Urinating in a bucket.
So there was a
camera.
death row.
I can just see him there just
Thank you
mumbling.
for taking that because I couldn't clean it up right off the top of my head.
I could just see him there mumbling. Waka, 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 waka.
Looking at the camera while
So-
he does it.
There was, if you remember the tutor from Mighty Ducks 2, the woman,
Yes.
she's Shirley Bellinger.
Oh, right.
That's all I remember her from, and she was on some law. I think she was on one of the Law and Orders for a while.
She was.
Yes.
Law and Order basically pilfered the whole cast of Oz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Seriously. If you were an Oz alum, you ended up on a Law and Order show.
Even in one episode, I would just be watching, and then BD Wong.
BD Wong.
Now he's a supervillain in Jurassic Park.
Every time he shows up in a show, Samantha and I are just BD Wong.
He plays Hugo Strange in Gotham. That casting's great.
It looks.
Man,
I've
he
seen
looks
it.
the
I've at
part.
least seen the picture.
Yeah.
He looks.
So he's just
right.
taking all the villain roles now.
Yeah.
BD Wong.
And he was a
Gilbert.
priest in the show.
Yeah.
He was a priest on Oz, so it's just a nice 180.
All right.
So we had Miss Piggy. There is a thing where Miss Bellinger is a death row inmate,
Okay.
which
We
is
can't-
weird. In an all-male prison, she's the female there.
Yeah, we can't really get into what she does on death row, but needless to
Okay.
say, well, I mean, we could, but it's not on this show.
Got to make sure we don't hearken all the way back to OCP.
No.
Let's see. Gonzo Schillinger.
Gonzo Schillinger, leader of the Aryan Nation.
In this world, since
Is the Aryan Nation made up of chickens?
Well, hang on.
so Fozzie is the Christopher Maloney character, which was Chris Keller, who falls in love with
Beecher.
Tobias Beecher.
Okay.
Beecher's like
Beecher?
the nice, innocent guy, and who happens to be in. Well, not innocent, but he's relatively speaking.
He's a good guy. He was drunk driving and killed a girl.
Yes,
In this, Fozzie falls in love with Beaker
that's correct.
because low hanging fruit on
Beecher,
that one.
Beaker.
It rhymes.
Yep,
We went
yep,
with
yep.
it.
Or wait.
Oh, no, you took it back.
Hang on.
Bunsen, I'm going through the text.
Okay.
Bunsen Honeydew is Schillinger.
Bunsen Honeydew is and then if you really look at him, he looks like he could be Schillinger.
Oh, the bald head.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
obvious Nazi scientist.
Yes. Send the package.
Rolf is Augustus Hill,
Yep.
the wheelchair-bound narrator throughout the entire show.
Yep.
Skeeter is McManus, the
Yes.
warden, or not the warden,
assistant warden.
Wow, pulling from Muppet Babies.
Skeeter was a Muppet.
Scooter and Skeeter.
No,
Yes, he was.
Scooter was a Muppet. Skeeter
Oh,
was
I
created,
got it. So it was wrong.
Skeeter was created
Skeeter's
for
the female.
Muppet Babies.
Skeeter was the girl. That's right.
You sure about this?
Yep.
Which that's a good point, because I always wondered whenever Skeeter was going to show up. As a father of an older child, have you seen the new Muppet Babies?
I have not.
It's a thing on Disney Junior.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
All right.
Gives you it's a little bit of nostalgia.
Huh. Did you know that Frank Welker, of all people, played the voice of Skeeter in seasons 3 to 7 of Muppet Babies?
Did you know Frank Welker has played every voice ever?
Including yours, Drew.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not actually talking. It's just Frank Welker.
No, we're just getting your audio, and then Frank Welker goes back and does it later.
Oh, wow. So I sound a lot cooler by when Frank Welker does it. Anyway.
The big bear is Warden Glenn. Animal, I think we said, was Giles, the crazy guy.
Yeah.
If you remember, he is
Yeah.
the stuttering lawyer in My Cousin Vinny.
He is also
He's a character
Howard
actor.
in Short Circuit.
Yes, he is.
That's how I always know him.
Huey's.
Now they're called Hueys.
Let's see.
I thought they were choppers.
Another Huey's.
They're much louder.
Let's see. We said Animal was Giles, but then we said maybe he's Cyril, Ryan O'Reilly's brother.
Yes. See, I like
Who?
that better. And when it really comes down to it, hang on. Who do we say that the eagle was?
The eagle we
didn't
gave.
come around?
The last thing. This is the last thing we talked about. You said the eagle may be a better Schillinger because he does seem very neo-Nazi.
I mean, given the state of America today, it feels right,
America.
which is scary. But yeah, needless to say, it's not a one-to-one thing, Carl, but it does play
Okay.
to some degree.
You give us a week and it's a little creative freedom.
I'm not going to write a pilot here. I'm just pitching. This is the elevator pitch version.
All right. I have a pitch to throw out.
Go.
I mentioned this to you at lunch. Grand Theft Auto, Sesame Street.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. It's there's a lot going down on the streets, Drew.
Sure.
There's a big war brewing between two rival gangs. One headed up by the Count.
Okay.
Counts the number of bullets as he shoots them into you.
Well, it's a Dave Chappelle bit, is it not?
No, he was a prostitute. He was the
That's
pimp,
right.
I believe.
That's right. I'm sorry.
The,
How many times must I smack you? That's right.
1, 2 smacks. Get in line.
Oh God.
The other gang
Go on.
is headed up by the big one, the Big Bird. Yeah, and his muscle, little Snuffy.
Because he's going to snuff you.
Now, hang on. Can I? Point of contention.
Okay,
Question:
sure.
Is it canon that Snuffy is real?
Yes, which is mind blowing to me because when
I
I grew up
thought
watching
it
Sesame
was
Street, Snuffleupagus was a figment of
That's what I. Okay.
Big Bird's imagination.
Okay, I'm just wanting to clarify.
But no, he's real now.
Okay, that's fine.
He's
It's fine.
real.
That's fine.
Yep.
Whatever.
Might even play better if he's not.
In your
Crazy Big
version, is he real?
Yes, he is real.
Okay,
He's the muscle.
that's fine. Okay.
Okay. Any war needs ammunition, and for ammunition, you got to go to some good gun runners. The
Tully?
the B&E connection.
Oh.
Bert and Ernie.
Okay.
The gun runners.
Sure. Are they lovers?
Yeah.
It's ambiguous.
Weird things happen in dark corners in Sesame Street. Drew.
does.
There's
Happy Town murders.
there's a bad drug going around the street. They call it cookie. And there's this
Yeah.
one guy who just can't get enough of it. They call him the Cookie Monster.
Is he like Tyrone Biggins or whatever? Can I need one of them cookies?
Can I have one of them
cookies, Joe Rogan? Joe Rogan, you crazy.
So yeah.
I smoke rocks. That show has been off the air for 15 years. It is still hilarious.
I know.
There is a police force on Sesame Street, though, led up by the captain.
Captain
who
Hooper?
A lot of people say he's a real grouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Mr. Hooper?
Oh, Mr. Hooper,
Oh, was he killed?
he couldn't count past 5.
That's a lot. I mean, that's impressive that he made it that long.
Well, you know,
What about Gordon and Maria?
you steer clear of the vital organs. They head up the
The Latin Kings.
We can't put this episode up.
What?
they
Okay. Special Crimes Unit. I like that better for Gordon and Maria, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But that's me.
yeah.
Okay.
There's this one dude running around the streets, man. He's got this weird fetish. He likes to be tickled. Like, he just wants you to tickle him all the time. Just
I like where this is going, Carl.
Just laughing hysterically. He just comes up to you and opens up that coat and is like, tickle me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lost
Sesame
me.
Street's
You lost
a
me. Not gonna
bad
lie.
place to be. What, you want to tickle Elmo a little bit?
I loathe Elmo, so can we kill Elmo in this version?
No.
No truth in this art.
So yeah,
We'll give you Telly.
we'll give you
Telly's expendable.
Telly is like, dude,
Kind of is.
what?
I love the fact, by the way,
Is he still
that
on the show, by
that-
the way?
Yes, when you get to the point where Grant starts to watch Sesame Street,
Yeah. Where
the-
can I watch Sesame Street?
HBO.
HBO,
Old episodes?
Yeah.
Classics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
they got-
70s, like when OJ
Yeah.
was on.
probably not that episode. No, you could still watch it. You can still watch it on PBS too.
Okay.
Like the new episodes come on Sesame Street, and then
Is it brought
they
to me by the
filter-
Corporation for Public Broadcasting and viewers like you?
No, now it's brought to you by HBO.
Oh, well, I'll
And you can't get a tote anymore.
take what I can get. All right.
But no, yeah, Telly is like super high strung.
That's not his character. Well,
Well, I
times
mean,
change.
yeah. What do you legitimately remember of Telly from when you actually watched Sesame Street?
Red.
Yeah,
An orange
see?
nose.
Yeah, see,
Or is it blue? I don't remember.
he was purple and yeah, an orange nose.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Red, purple.
So-
It was in the ballpark.
but no, like it's
Is Grover involved?
yeah. Grover's involved. He's still Super Grover.
Good.
Oh, he's
Okay.
the crazy homeless person who thinks he's helping out the police.
Yeah, yep.
Leave Grover alone, man.
You know, I was watching.
It's okay. I got him. I just love the fact that Bert and Ernie are a diabolical force. B&E.
Breaking in.
Breaking
I,
in
yeah,
Henry.
I see what you did there.
But it's funny. Like, you know, this aside, when William started watching Sesame Street and you know Super Grover made an appearance, he got a slightly updated costume and all.
Yeah.
I was looking at him and go, they never really defined his power set, did they?
Probably
He's
not.
Like he can
He's fly,
Super Grover,
right?
More falling with style.
That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got. That's Grand Theft Auto Sesame Street. What else? What else can we pull into the dark mirror universe and corrupt for humor?
Let's see.
What if we took dark?
What if
we took dark things and made them happy?
No. Stop. Breaking Barney.
Go on.
Barney the dinosaur is down on his luck, and he has to cook meth to feed his family. And he ropes in his younger protege, BJ, and they together cook meth somewhere in New Mexico.
Yeah, BJ.
I think this is a good idea.
I Oh boy, I'm gonna get yelled at.
Probably.
Just keep it clean.
No. No, yelled at because I've only seen maybe 6 episodes of Breaking Bad.
That's 6 more than I've seen.
Oh, you're both terrible people.
I know. You'll never hear that argument.
Your opinion is bad, and you should feel bad. Great show. It's the best show I've
Okay.
ever
What
seen.
about like 1984 with the Teletubbies?
Wow. I don't even know where to go with that.
They're just like broadcasting their oppressive message through their stomachs. Oh, Care Bears. Oh, we can get seriously dark on the Care Bears. You just flip
should
that
we?
switch from good to evil on their backs and their belly beams.
Didn't they have in one of the movies? Didn't they have like bad Care Bears at one point?
Yeah. They did. They had evil
I
Care
don't
Bears.
know.
Yeah, they were bad.
I
Care
know they
Bears.
were the Care Bear cousins.
Oh, the knockoff animals.
Yeah.
Did they all wind up in crystals or something? I remember that as a kid.
Whoa.
I don't
Like somebody like stole all the Care Bears, and then like 3 ragtag ones had to help.
You're
Fix
scaring
them.
me, man.
It's a thing.
Okay. I'm
Jaws. If the boat ate the shark.
What?
I don't know.
Isn't that how you play the video game? Or is that the Jaws 4 where they stick the thing in the boat? The boat?
That was the
No,
Nintendo
listen. First
game.
off, it's Jaws: The Revenge, starring such luminaries as Lorraine Gray,
It definitely had a colon
Michael Caine,
Michael Caine.
and Academy Award watcher Mario Van Peebles.
Michael Caine.
Mario Van
The breath
Peebles,
on that thing was the size of a tangerine.
Mario Van Peebles, the original Solo.
Yes. No, the
Is that right?
the Nintendo
Yes.
yeah. The Nintendo
OG
game
Solo.
The Nintendo game was largely based off of Jaws: The Revenge.
See,
But by largely loosely, because I don't remember anything where somebody was in a little submersible shooting barrel or bowling balls at a
Torpedoes.
shark.
it probably would have helped the movie if they did that. Actually,
They should really do
That movie doesn't need any help. That movie is perfection.
you guys are okay. Sure.
One of the best death scenes in Jaws history. Sean Brody,
Yeah.
watch it. You'll be
Okay.
scared.
I mean,
Good
sure.
score too, actually.
Okay.
Little tweaks. It's worth watching.
Not saying
You got to
it's not.
watch it 1 through 4 to really understand where we got to.
You got to go on the journey.
Question:
Okay.
when is the Jaws reboot happening?
We don't talk about that.
There's apparently
I know we
Ro-
got Deep Blue Sea and the Meg and all that stuff,
Robert,
but I mean,
Robert
like,
Shaw's son is doing a play done by Richard Dreyfuss called "The Shark Is Not Working."
Okay.
And he's like playing his dad. Oh my God, Robert Shaw lives.
I want a Robert Shaw and Jaws prequel movie. Can we make that happen?
Like the
Indianapolis.
That and everything thereafter.
Like the deleted scene where he's yelling at the kid in the piano shop who's playing the flute.
I want that man's life. I want to know how he ended up becoming a shark hunter. I want all the crazy stories of
I swam with many bow-legged women.
yeah. I want all that.
So, getting course correcting a bit here. Dark Care Bears. What can we do with this?
I don't remember enough of the Care Bears to
Yeah,
really
I'm-
go down that
I'm
route.
tapped out of the Care Bears.
Well, they had the belly beams that like made you feel artificially happy.
I mean, I almost want to say like dark
So they were like-
dinosaurs, but dinosaurs went dark at the end.
Yeah, sure did.
How did dinosaurs go dark?
They went extinct.
They went extinct.
Oh well, I mean,
Like
No,
the
seriously.
asteroid came.
oh,
That was the last episode.
That's the last episode. They're all huddled together and they're like, "When's it gonna come? How are we?" Oh,
Dude.
Carl, you're gonna cry. Real tears.
We're not kidding. It got. We're talking about going dark. It got dark.
wow.
It's like little
That's how
kid
it
holding
ended.
the hospital and he's autistic and it's in the in the ball. That kind of dark.
Wow. It should be noted that the Cabbage Patch Kids went dark, albeit through a different company that got sued over it.
Garbage Pail
Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
That's correct.
We got a movie of that.
Sadly, it wasn't as good as the cards. I love the cards.
Fuller House is going down that road.
Full House is obvious. I mean, there's already widows involved. I mean, you could
Yeah.
you could steer that real hard. Joey Gladstone, Dad's weird friend living in the basement. Come on.
You got twins there.
Come on.
You got a rock and roller who's playing with a fast and loose lifestyle.
Exactly. Uncle Jesse was probably into some stuff. Drugs all up in that house.
Drinking blood to stay immortal.
He's not Peter Thiel, dude.
John Stamos is immortal.
Wow.
John Stamos will bury us all.
Every time he's over one of his victims, he just says, "Have mercy."
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Have mercy.
In this version, Bob Saget actually is playing Manny Tanner.
Because we got to remember that.
Remember? He would joke that he was Danny's evil twin, Manny Tanner, sometimes. Except this time he is.
You got to remember, though, that Full House and Family Matters exist in the same world, in the same continuity.
What about Step by Step?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I know that Urkel was on an episode of Full House once.
All right.
So,
Okay. What about Mr. Cooper?
Hanging Mr. Cooper?
Oh,
Hangman Mr. Cooper?
Hangman Mr. Cooper. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah,
I'm not allowed to get yelled at ever again for that one.
Hangman Mr. Cooper.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like the DC hero.
I'm thinking more like...
They play a basketball game, then like inconspicuously, like the team dies later.
Hangman Mr. Cooper in full gear. Jay.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, see?
Hashtag full gear.
Hashtag full gear challenge. You
Yeah.
can do it, Hangman. I believe in you.
Yeah, the Hanging Mr. Cooper, that just came out and was not intended, as many of you may have heard it.
Dark Good Burger.
It's just them spitting in food.
It's just
you get Abe Vigoda in it.
It's like just real-time camera of Tim Hortons. Come on, let's be honest.
Ed's secret
Perfect
sauce is
Strangers.
made out of people.
Perfect Strangers could get dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Balky, that guy's up to no good.
You know he's got bodies in the basement.
But then, to be fair, so does Cousin Larry.
My Two Dads.
I was going to go 3 Men and a Baby. Everybody comes and tries to file paternity, and they kill them.
Cheers.
Dark Cheers.
Just make it like a real bar. And like,
Woody lives in the bar. Woody's like the gimp.
Woody's like just literally mentally disabled, and Norm is just a full-on raging alcoholic who never leaves.
I mean,
Cliff is cleaning his gun in the corner.
wow. Yeah. Frasier's like a mad scientist.
Sam is just raging on steroids, trying to get his career going again.
Yeah.
Sam
Yeah.
never played baseball. It was all an illusion in his head.
Oh,
It's just something he told people. It's cover.
Coach isn't real. It's Sam's imagination. Put me in, Coach.
Dark Coach.
Dark Coach. Hey, Dauber's in Oz.
Yes, he
as
is.
a Nazi,
Listen.
as a Nazi officer.
can we just say
Nazi
Prison guard.
prison guard,
That's
not
correct.
Nazi officer. That takes a completely different turn.
Can we just say Dark Coach is any given Sunday?
Kinda. It's not.
That's
Yeah. See, it all works. See, kids, mirror universes can be fun. But flesh them out first. And
Yes. You can stumble across them like you guys did, just the way the Enterprise did in the classic episodes.
I'm still liking this Saved by the Bell thing.
Yeah.
Supermax.
Supermax kicked up to a whole new level.
I like it. Okay.
The prison yard gang, the Tigers.
Well, I know in an episode of Oz they had a boxing tournament, so they can have a wrestling tournament where Alberto Cabana Slayer can show off his skills and break some people. And he gets mad at somebody and he breaks their arm.
Okay.
His little payback, his retributions.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
it. Like it.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that episode of also Oz where Keller and Beecher learn to wrestle, and actual wrestle, not like
Collegiate.
what we think wrestle, like headgear kind of wrestle, not tussle wrestle. So Keller managed to break both of his arms and legs, as one does to their lover. It was a very convoluted love story.
Sure was. That was a great show, though.
I've got to watch it.
It's
on the
fantastic.
list.
It's excellent.
It's Game of Thrones, but
Well-
in prison
Kinda.
and no
Well,
dragons.
see, here's the thing, like and we've talked about this before. There's a certain level of hype that once something attains, it cannot achieve. Like I watched The Wire. Everyone told me The Wire was the greatest television show of all time, and it's good. And I could see where like every cop show that came after it drew from it, but I did not have the moving experience with The Wire that many had.
I didn't watch it yet. Still, I
mean-
kind of peaked on Oz.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
peak HBO is Oz and Game of Thrones.
Don't forget Dream On.
Oh, and all the those numbered shows that came on
we
after
don't
it.
talk about those.
The numbered shows?
We're not talking about
No,
it.
we're gonna-
Carl, it's getting too real.
Okay.
Not quite sexy though, but
No.
it's real.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe it's time we come back to our own reality,
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Yeah, but the mirror universe is warping me.
Dark Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've
I've been on that. I've been on a kick on that show lately.
Haven't watched it. Heard it's good.
Hilarious.
Okay. All right,
I've
Carl.
not watched either.
Steve got me watching Big Mouth, by the way.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
not family friendly at all.
But
Also watch F is for
tremendous.
Family. Have you tried F is for Family yet?
No.
You need to try F is for Family.
Maybe we'll give it a shot.
Is that the one from Bill Burr?
Yes.
I tried it. I tried.
Yeah.
And I like
trying.
Bill Burr. It was a show.
I like that Bill Burr's a drummer.
I tried BoJack Horseman. I didn't see the appeal of it.
I've heard things about that show too. Anyway,
Anyway, folks, thank you so much.
you're in the really real world.
really real world. Jay Monfrere, thank you so much for lending your time and dulcet tones and sick sense of humor.
It's what you paid me for.
We're paying him
With Hot Claws.
hot claws. Every time Jay's day is going just a little bit better, I just throw some hot claws out there and just douse
Did
it.
you buy him at Sears?
No.
Hot Claws.
From Sears.
There was a day Carl just destroyed me.
Yeah.
He just
I just took
took everything I love. Tombstone, Jaws, RoboCop. What about good RoboCop?
Is RoboCop
No, I mean
bad?
instead of dark RoboCop.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
Clarence is like a nice guy. He's not slime.
buddy, I think you're slime.
oh man.
OCP's in the right.
Whoa. No.
Robo-
Dick,
RoboCop
Dick
is-
Jones
So
brings
basically-
up.
So basically it turns into Terminator.
Yeah, Dick Jones is actually a mentor to Mr. Kinney.
Wow.
Respected females, please leave the premises.
Oh, ladies of the evening, stay.
Sure. Sure.
I mean, we've already got Dark RoboCop. We've got RoboCop as Colonel Sanders.
Buddy, I think you're great.
Let's not go there. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know what happened there.
That's-
Peter Weller needed a paycheck apparently.
Was it Peter Weller?
RoboCop 2?
No, the KFC.
Oh, the
commercial.
KFC.
Oh, it's
You have 20 seconds to eat chicken.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
The less said, the less
yeah.
said.
All right, folks. We appreciate you stopping by. As always, if you'd like to send any questions or comments to the show, you can do so at the following locations. You can go to Twitter and follow us at Devils Do Pod. You can like our page on Facebook at facebook.com/DevilsDoPod. You can email us at thedevilsdopod@gmail.com, or you can find all these resources available to you on our website, thedevilsdopodcast.com. Drew, any last thoughts?
Fiction can be fun, but I'm back in reality here. So be careful out there, kids. Watch out for the cheese.
cheese.
That's right.
Here comes a nacho.
Scaring me, man. Scaring me.
Shoot that stuff straight up your nose.
No, kids, don't do that. Do not
Find
do
yourself
that.
on the cheese, you might wind up in the Supermax.
Oh, it's all one world. Dark world. Jay, any closing?
Oh,
Thoughts?
thanks for letting me on.
We appreciate you coming by, buddy.
I appreciate it. The invite.
You're always welcome.
It's a standing
Thank you.
invite, Jay.
yes.
I'm sitting.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it.